briefly explain the history of the Hard Rock Cafe. Well, the Hard Rock Cafe was started in 1971 by two young American men who came to London to visit, and they couldn't find a burger anywhere. So they had a brainstorm and decided this is what they should do: open the Hard Rock Cafe. So here we are 25 years later, and we're still serving up burgers and sandwiches to people who came here as teenagers, and now they're married, they bring their children, and their children are even bringing their children. Which piece of memorabilia holds the greatest significance to the Hard Rock Cafe London, and why? Well, I think we can put this down basically to Eric Clapton, who was the first musician to actually give us a piece of memorabilia. He gave us one of his guitars, and that kicked the whole thing off. You see the guitar, and it is the Hard Rock Cafe because it was that particular guitar that inspired lots of other rock people to actually bring their instruments in, and they were more than glad to have us hang them on the wall, let people see them. But that was the particular one, that was the sort of flagship of the memorabilia thing. We also have a guitar by Jimi Hendrix, which is valued at £500,000. His Flying V, so that's a pretty impressive piece of memorabilia for any rock fan. List in order of importance to the Hard Rock Cafe: the staff, the atmosphere, the food, and the toilets. Well, I think we have it in the right order there. The staff. Without the staff that we have and have always had at the Hard Rock Cafe, the Hard Rock Cafe would not be as it is today. We have girls who've been here since it opened 25 years ago, and they're still here today. It's like a family. It's always been like a family, and it's a family for the customers who come here, and it's a family for the people who work here, and it's always been very close, and I don't think that will ever change. Here we go. What can we say about our food? It's fantastic, and we have the most wicked cheesecake you'll ever find in the world. I must say that because it's my favourite. How much would you expect a person to spend on a good night out at the Hard Rock Cafe? I would probably have to say for £20 you could have a really good meal, and you could get yourself several drinks, and you wouldn't be walking a straight line when you left the restaurant. So I think £20 would be fine. Which famous person, alive or dead, would be your ideal customer? Well, sorry boys, but it has to be Tina Turner. She, not just for me, but I think for lots of the girlies, she sums up females in the rock business, and for her to come to the Hard Rock Cafe would just be absolutely tremendous. I can't think of another person that I would like to see in this restaurant. Tina. When a new waiter or waitress starts the Hard Rock Cafe, what advice do you give them? First time, it can be very daunting for new people because they've heard so much about the Hard Rock Cafe. I mean, they're very famous, and it can be a little bit nerve-wracking the first day that you come in to train for work. The advice, well, just be yourself, try and enjoy it, because you can enjoy it. You have a lot of fun working here, and just be yourself and give the best service that you can, and I don't think people can ask for any more than that. What is the most expensive beverage on the menu? Well, it's got to be the Hard Rock Hurricane, which is a colossal cocktail which contains up to 5 different alcohols and fruit juices, and comes in a glass that you actually get to keep and take away with you. And it's a good drink. If you do manage to finish it, then we will give you a certificate. If you don't manage to finish it before falling down, then I promise we will provide you with stretcher bearers. Which item on the menu best personifies the Hard Rock Cafe, and why? Well, I have to say burgers, because without the humble burger, probably the Hard Rock Cafe would not be here today. And people still think of the Hard Rock Cafe or burger restaurant, and which is not a bad thing. That has been around since the doors opened, and the burger will still be on the menu when the doors finally close.